Religion can be defined as a system of beliefs, practices, and values centered around worshipping a higher power or deity, which often includes moral guidelines, rituals, and symbols followed by a community of believers. Religion fundamentally depends on belief, which is the acceptance of something without evidence, based purely on faith. When a person or a group of people believes in something, it is natural that there could be others who either believe in something else or do not believe in anything at all. With different people believing in different things or ideas, it is natural that society is divided into multiple groups of people. The concept of belief is an excellent tool to control large masses of people. It is because there is no proof required for the idea of religion being taught by a handful of influential people. Using belief in someone, something, or some idea can easily trigger the herd mentality of people and lead them to unite under one dogma, usually documented in a book or books. One of the main driving forces of belief-based religions is the us and them idea. If you're one of us, you are on the right path, and if you're one of them, you are headed towards eternal punishment or damnation. This is the prime formula behind most organized religions. Osho said in one of his famous talks on organized religions that the two essential elements in religion are fear and greed, fear of hell and greed for heaven. They convince people that if one wants to avoid hell and go to heaven after death, they would need to follow the religion being preached. The priest who teaches religion works for the ruling establishment, and that is how hierarchy and control are exercised. On the other hand, people of the Indian subcontinent have been blessed with the highest possible attainment in the path of spirituality and life in general. It is Vedanta, the end, peak, or ultimate level of understanding and mental clarity. However, as far as I have understood from my studies, this great knowledge has been brushed under the carpet by certain people, many of whom claimed to have actually seen God. They started their own dualistic groups with their own chants, rituals, symbols, and terminology, thereby leading entire generations deeper and deeper into the abyss of ignorance, of which the result can only be fears, confusion, division, hatred, wars, and all other such destructive outcomes of ignorance. While every organized religion preaches that theirs is the only way, Vedanta says something that is diametrically opposite. Vedanta explains that the world is like a family, vasudhaiva kutumbakam. Ayam nijah paro veti garana laguchetasam, udara charitanam tu vasudhaiva kutumbakam. That was Shloka 71 from chapter 6 of the Mahapunishan. Ayam nijah paro va iti. Is this person of my group or is an outsider? Ganana laguchetasam. Counting or differentiating like this amounts to small-mindedness. Udara charitanam tu. For those of noble character, vasudhaiva kutumbakam. The whole world is like a family. Such a high level of understanding is possible only when one rises above all dualistic beliefs, religion, and other intelligence-numbing factors. Krishna says it clearly in Shloka 245. Vedic literature deals with subjects that fall under the three gunas. O Arjuna, you should rise above the three, be free from dualities, always remain in sattva or goodness, and be established in the self. Vedanta is not a religion. It would be an insult to the great rishis of the ancient Vedic period who researched, studied, analyzed, and created such amazing scriptures which after thousands of years of their existence are the same as modern science, if not beyond it. Reducing the Sanatana Dharma, guided by Vedanta, to a religion, especially one that uses a name given by foreign invaders, marauders, and colonial powers, is a severe disgrace to the great men and women of the supreme Vedic culture. The least one can do to show gratitude towards their ancestors who braved it all and did not convert to foreign religions due to fear or greed would be to read the Srimad Bhagavad Gita at least once. I know that many are put off by the sheer size of the book and the small print used in them that can discourage anyone. The truth is that the size comes from the lengthy explanations given by different teachers. Being a person who has always had a practical approach towards life, I have created works through which I make it easy for people to imbibe the supreme knowledge of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which I call the nectar of all the Upanishads. My latest work, The Ever-Relevant Gita, a present-day rendering by Tavamithram can, within a matter of about 3 hours, answer most questions that seekers might have about God, divinity, karma, dharma, birth, death, and so on. Here is an analogy I created to explain where one should focus to rise above dualities and get to the essence of everything. Imagine you wake up one morning after a vivid dream. In this dream, you had a serious argument or a face-off with your parent, sibling, spouse, or someone you know, and you remember every detail of it. Now, would you spend time thinking or analyzing why the other person in your dream spoke and treated you the way they did, or would you dig into yourself, try to locate what recent incident or thought of yours could have caused that dream in the first place? That's right, get to the bottom of things to understand them well. And that means getting to the bottom of your own thoughts through self-analysis or introspection. Remember that truth is equally all-pervading. What causes differences is your perspective on the way you look at things or situations, and that can be dependent on your state of mind and general nature formed by various factors such as genetics, education, experience, and other such factors. Therefore, the first step to be taken before solving any challenges would be to look into yourself and gain an understanding of yourself, your awareness, and your perception of the world. This might sound strange, but from my experience, I can boldly state that anyone can find peace in any situation, no matter how bad or serious it is. By coming to terms with the situation, at least temporarily, one can push aside intellect-debilitating emotions, allowing intelligence and natural wisdom to take over. Abandon beliefs and religion and study Vedanta instead. There is nothing to believe, and you should never give anyone the power to control your mind. Unlike religious scriptures, the Srimad Bhagavad Gita does not teach blind belief or obedience. Towards the end of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says to Arjuna in Shloka 1863, "I have taught you the secret wisdom which is deeper than all that is confidential and profound. Reflect fully on what I have declared to you and do what you wish to do." Prioritize understanding and introspection over believing without evidence. In just 3 hours and 10 minutes, you can complete my latest work, The Ever-Relevant Gita, a present-day rendering by Tavamithram and experience a transformation that will leave you feeling fearless, powerful, peaceful, and divine. Thank you. Stay blessed. Jai Shri Krishna.